Hello everyone, thank you for joining and watching this video. My name is Gideon Besaidnout and I'm an application engineer for Micrographics. Today we're going to have a look at Autodesk Vault, the basic version. I am currently on 2026 and we're just going to have a look at some of the functionality within Vault, how we can actually go and utilize the ribbon and create our own customization within the ribbon. It's quite easy, so you can go and right click and choose customize. This will help you to create and set icons that you actually use quite often. So here you can see all the commands and so on, but we're going to focus on the toolbar. So to create a new toolbar, it's quite easy. You simply say new, and I'm just going to call this GB and say OK. You'll notice the new toolbar has been created. So you can also drag it and move it and go place it where you would like to place it. So I'm going to place it just right there. And you can actually go and add your tools and icons to this ribbon. Simply click on the drop down. You can add and remove buttons. There you can see you can also reset your toolbar and customize. When we go to the customization tab, here we can see it is the commands. So here you can see, for instance, there's unassigned items, all items, your file, everything that's in the drop down of your file, edit, view, tools, actions, and so on. Now, it's very easy to actually go and assign your icons that you utilize to that new customization ribbon. So I'm just going to go into the unassigned items just to make it a little bit easier. So for instance, we can see there's a detailed view. You can simply click, drag, and drop it onto your toolbar. And you can do this with all the items that you would like to show on your toolbar. For instance, there's actions. If we go to all items, here we can see, for instance, user profiles, log out, set working folder, page setup, and navigational planes like auto preview. So I'm just moving a few random icons just to show you guys how easy it is to actually go and customize your own toolbar. For instance, if you want labels, you can go and add your labels. If you'd like to go quickly into global settings, you can, for instance, put it there. And once you have done creating your toolbar or your ribbon, you'll be able to go and access it quite easy. So there we can see is the auto preview, your detailed view, labels. Now you can see your list of your labels, where you can also go and create new labels and so on, depending on your needs or requirements. Another functionality that we're going to have a look at is the View tab and the history. So you'll notice that within Vault, when you select View, you'll notice that if you go to the history, you'll be able to see a version of a part and you'll see a quick preview. Now, what happens if you cannot see that? Now, all of this actually happens within the check-in from Inventor. So that is where it gets generated, and it does create what we would call a DWF file. So I'm going to show you a quick example on how you can actually go and generate that specific view file. Just opening up my Inventor quickly, and then I'm just going to go and create quite an easy, simple part. For instance, I'm just going to use the primitive shapes, for instance, a box. Now remember, it's always very important to fully constrain your drawings. I'm just generating something random here, and no specific size or so on. Let's say I'm going to go and place a hole in, and let's say it's 45 mil from there, and let's say 50 mils from there. Well, let's make that 15 actually. And I want the whole size to go, or the hole to go through the whole part. And I'm just going to go and increase the size here. Let's say 25. Now, here you've got your vault part, and we can see it's not checked in. So I'm just going to right click and check in, and it would actually prompt me if I want to save it. So I'm going to say MGFX test, just as an example. Now, when you check in a part, here on the settings, you can see there it creates a visualization attachment. But if I switch it off, I want to show you guys how you can actually go and create that visualization within Vault. If I go to Vault, I can just actually go and look for that part. Just going to refresh. It did create it still. But if we click on that part, we can see, although it created the view so you can view it, but you can't go and open the file because there's no DWF file. From here you can see it's unable to view the file selected, and you can click the open button to view with an external viewer, but there has nothing being generated. So from here you can simply go to the update and choose update view. Now this will publish the visualization file, and also quite dependent on how big your part is or your assembly, that will also play a significant role in generating like time-wise. After it has been generated, I can actually click on it and it will open up the Vault default viewer where you'll be able to see your 3D model. Because it's a 3D model, will have certain 3D functionality. For instance, the orbit, where you can orbit the part, pan the part, zoom, camera interactions, and one of the important ones is the measurement. So you will be able to go and measure your specific points if you'd like, to go and verify that specific sizes and so on. And as you can see, you can go and make your modifications. You also do have your Home tab. You can mark up it, look at a section analysis, for instance. So from there you can see there's the arrow where you can go and create a section analysis. So you do have quite a lot of functionality. You can also see exploded model if there's an exploded model within your assembly, and see your model browser that will show certain functionality. Now in this instance, it will show the model name and so on. So you do have quite a lot of functionality within Vault, and like I mentioned, this is Vault Basic, and you do still have quite a lot of functionality within Vault. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe and follow for more content.